If I can only pick one product for each skincare category, these are my picks. For cleansing oil, the Anua Heartleaf Cleansing Oil has been my favorite for, I would say, close to 2 years. Recently got dethroned by the Prequel Pre-Gleanse Cleansing Oil. This one I find is just as effective as the Anua. It has a similar texture, similar consistency. It's very lightweight, doesn't irritate my eyes, removes my makeup super quickly. The reason why I prefer this one over the Anua now is that this one is fragrance free and it's also a slightly better price point. This has vitamin E, vitamin F, rice bran, cica, and sunflower oil. It also has essential fatty acids to help support your skin barrier. It's fragrance free, allergy tested, and it's safe for eczema prone skin. I have a few cleansing oils that I reach for depending on how my skin is feeling, but I can honestly say that I have been consistently reaching for this one more than the other ones, and ever since I've started using this, I don't think I've used another one. For my second cleanse, I'm gonna have to go with the Skinfix Foaming Oil Cleanser. I have talked about this nonstop. This is the best cleanser I have ever used. I love a foaming cleanser. It just feels like it's easier for me to tell if I've rinsed it off fully. But the thing with foaming cleansers is that for a lot of people, they can feel a little bit stripping or drying on the skin. This cleanser is the most hydrating cleanser I have ever used. When I rinse it off, I don't have that squeaky clean feeling, and my skin actually feels hydrated, which is really rare to have with a cleansing product. Usually you feel like you need to go and moisturize or hydrate your skin right away. I don't feel like that with this one. There's no tightness, no dryness. It's also fragrance free and essential oil free. It has the Skinfix patented triple lipid complex. It has seaweed hyaluronate, and it also has aloe leaf juice. I have recommended this cleanser to so many people, and I honestly can't see a situation where this cleanser wouldn't work. It's just so gentle. It works when I have a seborrheic dermatitis flare-up, a perioral dermatitis flare-up, or eczema. It's just such a good staple go-to product, and I will forever have a backup of this. I think I have 2 right now. Next is toners and essences, and honestly, I consider toners and essences to kind of be the same category. I use them interchangeably. I use a toner the same way I would use an essence, and an essence the same way I would use a toner. Just to be fair, I'm going to have one more like liquidy clear type toner essence and one milky toner essence. First, we have the I'm from Mugwort Essence, another product that I have gone through so many bottles of this. This is antiseptic, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antifungal, all the bad things really. It's technically fragrance free because they haven't added a fragrance to it, but the product itself definitely does have a scent to it. The brand claims that it's 100% mugwort in here. I've seen videos saying that that's debatable because it's not just pure mugwort, but either way, it works really well. It's super calming when my skin is having a bad reaction to something, or it's sensitized, or I'm having an eczema flare-up, perioral dermatitis, seborrheic dermatitis, or just any kind of irritation. This helps calm it down so much. And it's another product that I will always have a backup of. I ran out of it earlier this year. I went to Marshall's, Winners, all the places where I could find this, and I couldn't find it. I definitely noticed a difference in my skin while I was waiting. It was just a little bit more irritated, not happy. So this is a staple, and I use this literally every single day, twice a day, without fail. For a milky essence, we have the Haruharu Wonder Black Rice Probiotics Barrier Essence. This is a new release from Haruharu Wonder. It has ceramides, it has fatty acids, it has cholesterol, it has a bunch of things in here that are so great for your barrier. One thing that is not in here is niacinamide. A lot of people are sensitive to niacinamide in products, and it can be hard to find products that don't have at least a little bit in it. This one has none. It also has galactomyces ferment filtrate to help boost skin elasticity. And it also has black rice to help soothe and strengthen your skin. This one has such a nice texture. It's really rich, it's milky, it's really hydrating. It almost feels like a really lightweight lotion on your skin. It's very plumping and nourishing, and this feels so good, especially in the wintertime. My skin tends to get a little bit more irritated, sensitive. I have to really focus on hydrating products. This one has been so good to have on hand. I usually put 1 layer, but if I feel like it's really cold or my skin is a little bit more sensitive and needs a little bit more TLC, I'll put 2 layers of this, and it's chef's kiss. Now we're at the moisturizer phase, and if I want something really lightweight, gel-like, great for daytime, great for summertime, the Skinfix Skin Barrier Restoring Gel Cream. This is a super popular product, and it took me really long to try it because it is a little bit of a pricier product. I think it's around $75 Canadian, But once I tried it, I totally understand. It's very lightweight, very hydrating, kind of feels like giving your skin a glass of water. The brand says that this is suitable for acne-prone skin or oily skin. It does give my skin a really nice glowy finish, but at the same time, it helps to control oiliness, which is why I like to use this in the summertime. I love a glowy finish, but my skin does also naturally produce oils. It very easily can get a little bit too much very quickly, and this does a good job at just keeping it right in that perfect balance. This one has a compound of lipids, vitamins, and peptides. It also has saccharide, isomerate, and niacinamide. If I want something a little bit richer, wintertime, nighttime, this is Dieux Instant Angel Lipid-Rich Moisturizer. This has recently made its way into my routine, and this is my second time trying it. The first time I tried it was about 2 years ago when I was right in the middle of using tretinoin. My skin was super irritated. I felt like I was always battling to keep my skin barrier in check, trying to battle to get it healthy again. When I tried this then, my skin did not like it. It burned, so I washed it off and I just didn't try it again. But in hindsight, that was likely because my barrier was really not happy. I am now using a Raslo, which has gone so much better for me. My skin is way less irritated. I don't have the same barrier issues, and it's just overall a much better product for me. I was in New York recently. I went to Sephora and I saw this and I said, you know what? I'm going to pick this up again. I'm going to give it a try. My skin is different now. I got the smaller tube to be safe because I wasn't sure how my skin would react to it. I love it. It feels the way I love a moisturizer to feel. It's rich, but it's not super thick. It absorbs really nicely into the skin. If you want something a little bit thicker or you want even more hydration, you can add a second layer. I've sometimes even put on a really thick layer and left it on like a mask and then massaged it into my skin after like 15-20 minutes, and it feels so nice. If you want something a little bit lighter, you can use a lighter layer of it. This just feels like the ultimate basic moisturizer. This doesn't have any bells and whistles on it. It feels like they literally put the best ingredients for your skin. They put effort into the formula and made sure that it was a product that works well. One of my favorite things about this is that it feels like a really rich, nourishing moisturizer, but it doesn't have that thick, waxy feeling that a lot of them can have, and it doesn't feel like it's sitting on top of your skin. That can feel really uncomfortable. This one doesn't feel like that at all, and I absolutely love it. I also love that the brand is really realistic about their products. If you look on the website, it does mention that this is a really rich product. So if you have acne-prone skin, there are risks. It's always best to patch test whether or not a product will cause closed comedones or acne or breakouts or anything like that. Is pretty much impossible to tell based on ingredients alone. Every person will have different skin sensitivities, different reactions to different products. What matters most is the actual formula, how much of an ingredient is in the product and what other ingredients are in there. This product has worked incredibly well for me. I haven't had any breakouts. I haven't necessarily struggled with acne since I started using retinoids consistently, but there are still products that do cause bad reactions in my skin, and this one has not, and I just love it. Sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen. Arguably the most important of all the categories in skincare. My number one used to be the Purito Daily Go-To Sunscreen. It was a really nice lotion-like, hydrating, super ultra glowy sunscreen. I've been doing a sunscreen search for the last few months, trying different sunscreens, trying to find a replacement for it. In my sunscreen search, I've ended up finding sunscreens that I actually like more than that one. And my number one so far, the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel. Lightweight, hydrating, no eye burn, no white cast, it doesn't pill, reapplies easily, gives a glowy finish. This is a chemical sunscreen. I do not have good luck with mineral sunscreens. I've tried so many of them. They pill, they burn. My skin just does not like them. There's something in them that doesn't work for me. I stick to chemical, and a sunscreen like this is my ultimate favorite. Super lightweight, it has ceramides, it has Centella asiatica. It's just so hydrating, so lightweight. It's so easy to wear. In my sunscreen search, I reapply my sunscreen 3 times just to make sure that I can find a sunscreen that in the summertime or when I'm out all day, I find a sunscreen that I feel good about reapplying, that doesn't end up feeling thick, doesn't end up pilling. This one performs so incredibly well for me, and this one has honestly replaced the Purito as my favorite of all time. I kind of had FOMO and I stocked up on the Purito one when I heard it was being discontinued, but I kind of wish I just would have waited and gotten these instead. And also, for anyone curious, this one wears really well under makeup. I am a makeup artist, and when it comes to makeup, as far as primers go, all you really need is a good moisturizer. This one kind of is a moisturizer with the added very important benefit of having sunscreen. So I definitely would recommend this if you want something to wear with makeup. that also protects your skin. For exfoliant, I'm going to have to go with the Paula's Choice 6% mandelic acid and 2% lactic acid liquid exfoliant. I do love the Dr. Dennis Gross exfoliating peel pads. I cannot use them daily. They're so incredibly strong and my skin just can't handle them that often. Once a week is a lot for me. Usually I end up using them 2 to 3 times a month max. This one is so gentle. I could honestly use it daily if I wanted to. I don't really have the need to use it daily, but it's so gentle. There's no burning when I use it. What I really like about this one also is that a lot of other exfoliants that I've tried burn and sting when you use them. This one has absolutely no stinging, no burning at all. It has mandelic acid, which is the gentlest form of AHA. It has lactic acid, which is a time-released AHA, and it also has yarrow root and cherry extract to help support your skin's barrier. These are my go-tos if I could only pick one from each category. As always though, this is subject to change. This is my opinion right now. And again, my opinion is just based on my personal experience. I'm not a dermatologist. I'm not an esthetician. I'm not trained in any way to give personalized skincare advice. I'm just sharing with you what works for me based on my skin. I have oily, dehydrated skin. I have PCOS that has caused significant acne in the past. It's taken me a while to figure out what works for me, but I feel like I finally got there. And these right now, love them. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. I'm also going to leave the links to my other socials below. And I'm also going to leave links to all these products if you do want to get any of them.